Hi everyone, Spider-Man 1991 here, and I'm doing the vlog that's just kind of not really has to do with comic books or Doctor Who or stuff like that, but just kind of something that happened to me like outside of the usual channel stuff. Like I'm thinking about calling these types of vlogs like outside the web or something, like kind of, or off the web, like, you know, because web being a term for internet, and you know, if I explain it, it loses all terms and stuff. So yeah, and I got this idea from, believe it or not, watching. Well, I wanted to do, with a week away from Black Friday, because Thanksgiving is next week, and the day after that is what is known as Black Friday, which is when everything goes like on sale. There's like all these great deals, and it's usually a bloodbath. That's how most people on the news trade, like people getting trampled and stuff like that. And that's also kind of the joke and premise that's going on right now on the last two South Parks. So I kind of got the idea from watching those episodes about how like the boys were preparing like Game of Thrones and stuff. And yeah, so I thought I'd share a story about my Black Friday experience last year. Okay, so last year, I remember the iPad Mini came out. I was actually, the summer before that, I was actually saving my money for my summer job, trying to like set aside enough money to get an iPad, like a regular iPad. Then I heard rumors about a smaller iPad, and I was like, okay, how big, how small? I was like sitting on the money until I heard the official announcement whether or not this was going to be true. So I waited for so I pretty much waited for them to announce the iPad Mini, which is actually in its case right now. So I waited for them to announce the Mini. Once it came out, I was excited. I thought, okay, great. Yeah, but I really didn't, and it was supposed to come out, and it came out in November, but I didn't have enough free time to go then, and the only time I was free was Thanksgiving break, which included, and I figured, okay, I'll just go on Black Friday. I would have told myself to have been prepared for that, because I wasn't in my usual, because for Thanksgiving I always go to Houston because my mom's family is there, and well, pretty much so my real Black Friday journey kind of began Thanksgiving night, when everything, because last year all the stores were opening up at midnight. And I went with my sister because she wanted to go to Kohl's because she was trying to find a gift for her boyfriend or something, and there was some deal with like Kohl's Cash or something. I'm a little fuzzy on the details, but we went there, and also there was a Best Buy nearby. There was a long line outside before we got there, but we went to Kohl's. She got her stuff taken care of. Then on our way back, we decided to stop at Best Buy. And by that time, people weren't inside the store. There was a long line of like stretched inside the store, like people like, and employees were going around asking folks like, "Are you here to buy like a big electronic thing?" And they could check for you and let you know. Which, you know, I thought that was pretty well organized. And so, you know, I went in. I said, "I'd like an iPad Mini." You know, 32. The reason I got the Mini because, oh yeah, I should point out that the reason I got a Mini instead of a regular iPad is because, well, I figured I'd be using this thing for travel a lot more, so I wouldn't have to bring my laptop with me, and also because I figured if it's smaller, I could get a better deal on the price and probably get more memory. So that was another bonus. Anyways, back to the story at hand. I pretty much went into the Best Buy. I waited for them to come back. They said, "Okay, we're out of stock," and I was like, "Okay, thank you anyway." And so my sister and I went back to our aunt's house, and I just went to sleep. Like, I didn't try going anywhere else. I just wanted, it was midnight and I was tired, so I just went to sleep. I woke up early a few hours later, and I pretty much called almost every Best Buy and Apple store I could think of that would have, because I pretty much expanded to Apple stores because most of the Best Buys I called were out of stock. And so I called them. And so pretty much I did get to an Apple store. Unfortunately, though, most Apple stores that I know of are in malls. And that was mistake number 2, trying to go to a mall. on Black Friday, I do not recommend that at all, because they called me, because when I called them, they said, yes, we have some, but unfortunately, and they couldn't hold it for me or anything because everything was first come, first served. So I drove all the way to a mall in Houston called Memorial City. I got there. Parking was a bitch. Yeah, it was just it felt like I was in the car for 30 minutes in one parking lot. By the time I got a space, went inside, they were sold out. They were sold out, and I was just really frustrated. And this was my entire day. After that, I went back to my aunt's house again, just to like take a chill pill, calm myself down a little. But then I went back and search, called a couple more Apple stores. I finally did find one in another mall in Sugar Land. So I pretty much immediately got in my car, drove out there. Found a parking spot. Traffic wasn't that bad. Parking took a little longer, but it wasn't like at Memorial City, so that was a good thing. I pretty much got to the parking lot, rushed into the store, found the Apple store. I'm like, iPad Mini, one in black. Do you have it? And they're like, yeah, we have it. I'm thinking, yes, salvation. So I went through I pretty much got in. They processed everything, paid for it. I got my iPad Mini. I'm like, yes, thank God. Thank God, this is great. And by the time I got it, though, it was like 2:30, between 2:30 and 3 o'clock. And at that point, I was like, oh shit, I skipped breakfast and I missed lunch. So yeah, I picked up some food, drove back to my aunt's house, just opened my iPad, set it up, pretty much downloaded all my music and some videos on here. Also started to download digital comics, a lot of digital comics more, because that was the reason I got the iPad, was because this was when Marvel was started to do the digital download codes, so I wanted to get the iPad to read them digitally. Yeah. So that was pretty much and so after I got the iPad, just set it up and just played with it for the rest of the evening. Yeah, so needless to say, so the moral of the story is, if you're going to go to a sale on Black Friday and you think you're going to try to get an electronic device that just came out, whether it's an iPad or I guess for this year, if it's an iPad Air or PlayStation 4 or an Xbox One, yeah, good luck. I guarantee you, if you try doing this in like the middle of the day, you're not going to find it. But if you are actually willing to go wait in line overnight until they open the stores, like wait in the long lines, fine, do it. But I really didn't want to do that because it was cold that night. So I want to stand the weather and stuff. Go ahead. Step number 2, like I said, parking. If you're a person who really gets very frustrated, like I do, in traffic, or is like stuck in the same position while driving for like more than 5 minutes, for like 10 or 20 minutes, then yeah, expect lots of if you don't want to deal with that, then I say just don't do it at all. And you can probably go online, but the problem with me was I was pretty impatient waiting to get this thing, so I was just like, okay, I could just wait for it online, or I could just buy it now. So I tried stores. So yeah, ultimately there is a lot of stuff to deal with. A lot of people will do a lot of stuff to try to get a good deal, but Black Friday is always the biggest shopping day, one of the biggest shopping days of the year. I really don't think I'm ever going to try anything like that again. Waiting for, this year, the PlayStation 4, I thought about getting a PlayStation 4, and now I'm just going to wait till after Christmas. Okay, that may not have been, that's probably another bad thing, but So moral of the story is don't get too crazy on Black Friday. If you can't, also call ahead. See if they have it before you decide to sit in the car for sit in like 20 minutes of traffic, just trying to find a place to park. If all else fails, just buy something online. Even if it's out of stock or if it's going to take a few days to ship, that is probably the most convenient and less stressful thing I can think of. That was pretty much my Black Friday experience last year. This year I'm not doing any. This year I can tell you right now I do not plan on leaving my aunt's house this Friday because I really do not want to go out there again. That's it for this sort of outside of my usual channel vlog series. If you guys want me to talk more about non-comic book things or nerd things, like things I usually have video series for, if you want me to do more of these types of vlogs, let me know. Comment below if you have like a topic for a future type of video like this that you want me to discuss. So please comment below. Also, thank you again for watching. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. I'm Spider-Man 1991 saying see you later.